Who's the attorney for Kenneth Deleuze? All right, on this case, where are we on discovery?
Your Honor, we're only set on the bond modification right now. The 19th, on that date, that's when the actual case was set. We were set earlier this week, but
Okay.
I had to reset it for an actual hearing on the bond.
All right, now I understand. He's asking to be allowed to work. Are you all in agreement or no?
Your Honor, I believe we did hear this and the court was just wanting proof of employment and
Yes.
the council did provide that.
This was directly from the pretrial service officer as well.
Okay. All right, let me just explain. I'm a little bit confused by the document, or maybe I'm interpreted incorrectly. All right, State, do you agree that the hours he works are from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday?
I mean, I don't agree, Your Honor, because I don't know. My understanding was that was his personal business.
Is this your personal business? And what do you do?
Like think of Geek Squad.
I'm sorry, what?
Think Geek Squad. I'm a computer guy. I repair computers. So I have a PO box where I go pick up computers and I go to people's houses and I knock out computers, whether it's businesses or computers, and not to mention that I work for another company that does ATMs. So I do Rocket Credit, which is Bitcoin ATMs. So
I'm sorry, you need to speak up.
I also fix ATMs. So you think like I'm not sure if you know about Bitcoin, but Bitcoin ATMs, that's what that is as well. So I have a contract with a company that does Bitcoin ATMs where I have to move. That's the reason why I'm asking.
All right, so what I can tell you is, one, I didn't know this was your own business. This 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. doesn't work for the court. I'll allow you, well, I mean, this is what I'm telling you. I'm not doing 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. I'm not doing it because the hours that you're posting, these are hours that you say. I don't have any proof that this is actually occurring. All I have is your word saying I'm going to a PO box to pick up computers, and I do this from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m.
And I also look at these houses.
Well, again, this is from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. I don't have any proof of that. All I have is you're saying it. And I'm not going to agree to a time from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's more than 8 hours a day.
Your Honor, an alternative, my client would be able to limit his hours to a traditional 9 to 6, 9 to 9, or I guess it would be 8 to 6, just to give him that window, be able to travel.
I'm not doing, I'm telling you, if I allow him to do this, it's going to be normal business hours. It would be 9 to 5. And even when I'm doing it 9 to 5, he needs to have documentation that he actually went to a PO box. The time he is going to that PO box, he needs to provide it to them.
I don't know how. Just go to the PO box when you're supposed to. This is the problem that happened with the GPS officer in the first place.
Mhm. So here's the thing. This is what I'm telling you.
I'm not trying to be.
And no, I don't take it as being difficult. I understand that you want your hours to 9 to 8 p.m. The state is saying they don't want you to have it at all. I understand why the state is saying no, because you're on bond for continuous violence against family, violation of bond or protective order, assault and stalking. So here's the thing, whether it's true or not, I don't know. All I know is what your charges are. All I know is my job is to protect the community. All I know, at least one of them, all I know is your attorney is saying that you can't pay for this GPS because you're on full house arrest. So this is what I'm sorry?
I can't pay for anything right now. I'm about to be homeless.
Yeah.
This is why I need to work.
All right. I will tell you this.
I need to work Sundays too, and I need to. And if I'm
Well, that's not going to happen.
Your Honor, if we can ask that it be modified to the 9 to 5, my client will provide the necessary proof at this point. If that is the court's order, he will abide by the court's order. And I will make sure that he understands that that is the court's order at this. it is better than nothing at this
Mhm.
point because he does need to get to work, Your Honor. He is going to be homeless soon if he cannot start making, money. He's had made current arrangements with his landlord to allow him to stay there. But he is behind, I believe, a
Yes.
month or 2 months behind rent already.
I need to
Mhm.
leave. He's already given me a termination of my lease, so I need to get out of there.
Mhm.
So I gotta be able to generate something and I was asking for just tracking only so that I can move around. and
No,
just do what I
tracking
need to
is
do.
not going to be allowed. That's not even a consideration.
Can I speak? I don't know.
You can
No,
speak,
no.
but I'm telling you,
No, I'm just gonna ask a question.
sure.
I'm asking a question. So I was told the other day by the DA that I'm gonna listen to you. I'm not gonna say.
No, I'm listening. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna talk. It's on.
No. Here's the thing. I will tell you, I keep an open mind. The issue that I have with you is that the timeframes he's asking for, there's too much of an open window. And basically, if I allow him to do this, it is sort of like tracking because he's saying he's working from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Yes, Your
I
Honor.
don't know if he's going to a PO box or whatever. Somebody would have to ask the
I'm not gonna go.
pretrial services to do that.
I need to generate money.
Your Honor, if we can, like I said before, we are willing, if the court is only allowing him to work from 9 to 5, my client will make the necessary arrangements for his business to be able to work within those hours that the court allows. We are asking that it be modified to allow that at least. He will just need to have to modify his hours at that point.
All right, so this is what I'm going to do, and I want you all to write this up and state, I know you're not in agreement with it, but I'm going to want this written up. So his hours that he's allowed to work are from 9 to 5. That includes going and coming. He is going to have to pick a specific time when he is going to be traveling to go to his PO box. And he needs to put down the location of the PO box. And in these hours from 9 to 5, Monday through Saturday, he needs to put in the order the time in that block of time that he is going to be traveling to his PO box. And if somebody calls him and they want a computer repaired, he needs to call pretrial services to let them know, I've received a phone call. This is the specific address that I'm going to either pick up a computer or repair a computer at this address. And he needs to tell them how long he's going to be at that address. Yes.
How about when pretrial don't answer because they never answer? I can't even speak to my pretrial officer. He
Send an
doesn't-
email.
Your
I
Honor,
have proof of all the emails I've sent to him.
Well,
Your
yes.
Honor, if I may,
Mhm.
if I may, I understand the court's order. I know he needs to give documentation. I know he needs to tell them that he's gonna go. But sometimes, as he is saying, there is time constraints of when,
I'll just put it in an email. It's a paper trail.
of course, Your Honor. So he wouldn't need confirmation from them to say, yeah, you can go there. It would just need to provide documentation of proof. This is where I'm going.
This is what the court's order is. He needs to sit down with you. And for each Monday through Saturday, his time he's allowed out is from 9 to 5, and has to be work related only.
Of course.
So for example, on Monday, if he says, I'm going to go to my PO box at 10 a.m. and he needs to pick that date, not I'm going at 10 a.m., then I'm going at noon. No, just pick one block of time that he's going to his PO box. In the order, put, defendant is allowed to go to his PO box on Mondays at, if it hypothetically, it's 9 a.m.
Mhm.
At 9 a.m., the PO box is located at this physical address. He's only allowed to be there for no more than an hour to get whatever he needs from that PO box. Now, mind you, sometimes people are standing in line. It's something that the postmaster who's in charge of that location has to give it to you. That's fine if he goes beyond that point, but at least the GPS will show that he's at that location at his PO box.
Okay.
So He's only allowed to go to that PO box once a day, pick whatever time he wants to pick it. And then if he has somebody who calls him and says they need a computer repaired at their home, he needs to get that person's address, email or call GPS and said, I'm going to go repair this person's computer. This is the address. And when he goes to that address, when he gets ready to leave from that address, because the GPS should show I'm at 300 De La Rosa and I'm still here repairing a computer. When he gets ready to leave from repairing that computer, he needs to send them an email and said, I've completed repairing this computer, or I'm leaving this location, and then he goes back to his home.
Okay.
So if y'all can
Can I stop and get something to eat?
no,
I can't
It's just
stop and
for
get something to eat.
that's what Uber, don't they have Uber Eats or something else that happens? They
And
have
who can afford
delivery.
that when I can't work?
All right, let me just tell you, here's the problem, and I want you to internalize what I'm saying.
I am.
No. I mean, seriously, internalize it. I do not take any of these charges against anybody as true. I don't take it as beyond a reasonable doubt because I haven't seen any evidence. But my job in this part of the process is to make sure that the community is protected. Part of your problem is you're charged with continuous violence against a family member. You're charged with violation of a bond or protective order. And when you have a violation of bond or protective order and it's in felony court, that means that there are extenuating circumstances against that. That means that somebody allegedly has told you before, this is a protected class of people, you're not to be around them, and allegedly you violated. Then I have assault stalking.
They
So-
violated. I
so-
didn't violate
Here, then we have this assault stalking thing. So
Yes, sir.
that person will be very concerned. And so do I consider the complainant? Yes. Because at the end of the day, the complainant, whether what they're saying is true or not true,
Sure.
they don't want to end up at some store and then all of a sudden they see you.
If I can give some context, just
Yes.
on my client's behalf, because I know he's wanted me to say it at this point.
Sure.
Is that the complainant has submitted two different, I believe, affidavits or statements to the DA's office where she has recanted her story, as well as the modification has been modified to a no harmful or injurious contact.
Mhm.
So I believe my client, I think what he's trying to get at is when we were talking about tracking, or when we're talking about the GPS, I think his position or our position is that there wouldn't be I guess, harm to the community because the complainant is on board with him working and getting to.
Well, let me ask you this.
it. She's right outside.
Have you received all discover? Do you want to talk to her? She's right outside.
She's right outside. She's sitting right there.
The court knows sometimes the state has to step in to protect the community.
All right, so this is what we can do. We can set this for trial next week if you all want to trial. I'm here. You're here. The state's here. I can put it on
I
trial.
believe we're close to an agreement. We've been conferring on the matter
All
already.
right, well, I mean, if you all want, I'll call you back May 13th for a jury trial. You can either do a jury trial, bench trial.
I'm not
Let me
scared of
explain.
none of that. Nothing happening.
No, what I am telling you is, and this is the problem, I don't know why you won't listen. That's part of your problem. You don't listen. Now,
don't even
what
know.
I'm telling you is, I will bring this back on May 13th. You can either have a bench trial or a jury trial. Will you be ready for jury trial on the 13th?
Your Honor, there is another,
There's another case, Your Honor, we are trying to, we're close to wrapping all of these cases up in a global offer. We would just ask that the court give us some time.
on May 19th, Your Honor, when we're coming back, on that day, we will have the answer whether
Right,
this
but-
is going to be a plea or a trial.
But what's the other trial?
Terrorist, right, Your Honor.
All right, so then I have that to work with. So this is what we're gonna do. We're bringing back this on May 13th. That'll be your jury trial date. The witness can come, not come, whatever is gonna happen. May 13th, jury trial.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thanks. Ms. Ferguson, give them a date for jury trial, May 13th. Oh, it's gonna be a jury trial.
Yeah.
Scotta?
Sorry, Your Honor. Kevin,
Kevin DeLuce? And Norm, I need a reset form for tomorrow for jury trial. This is family violence, is it not?
It is.
Yes, Your Honor. We've actually, believe we've come to an agreement with the state on this case. We've been
Okay.
conferring. Ms. Kramer is on a misdemeanor case. I believe what's going to happen is they're going to drop this case down to a misdemeanor VPO, and he's going to plead to 1 year deferred on this, run concurrent with this terroristic threat as well.
All right, when is that going to be done?
I'm speaking with Ms. Kramer to see when she could, I guess, get the misdemeanor case set. I believe it's currently in County Court 7. And
Do you
so
know?
We do, Your Honor. It's in County Court 13. We've requested the earliest setting that it can. We're hoping for before the end of this week.
All right. So what I'm going to do, Ms. Ferguson, recall this case for May 19th. And if everything is completed by then, you won't need to be back here.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm sorry?
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I'm still on the monitoring.
Yes.
I haven't had information given to me about how that works.
Oh, you'll remain on the monitor until this case is resolved. And the state is telling me that it will be resolved once the other case is taken care of. This case will be dismissed.
Question to you is that last time I saw you, you asked, you changed it to I can work Monday and 5.
I asked both parties to come up with a schedule. And I said, once that schedule was given to the court would sign it. The court did not receive a schedule.
I will get that scheduled to you, Your Honor. I thought I'd emailed it, but I will email it again to Norma, and we will get that to you by today.
All right. All right. Thank you. So Norma, he needs a reset form for May 19th. All right. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused. You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Let's get the facts straight. She loves a verbal ashtray. Never blowing smoke when she gets pissed. She's quick to castrate. Love her on a good day, love her on a bad day. Either way, she's here to stay. Call her